Thank you, Madam President. You know, I spent a few minutes trying to carve my closing statements down to 3 hours, but I actually had a completely different path that I was going to go on. We've talked about, right, that bipartisanship and the need to really focus on things that we all believe in. That hasn't happened over the last two years. Senator Pratt did an excellent job about what that took in courage and leadership from a governor in majority control to make sure that it works for everybody. We all serve everyone in the state of Minnesota. But Madam President, what I really wanted to look at is, if you haven't seen the most recent Rasmussen poll released on April 16th, this should cause every single one of us in this room to take pause. National poll, 28% of likely voters would engage in at least one kind of illegal voting if it was the only way to stop an opposing candidate from winning. There was little variation between Democrat, GOP, or independent voters. It means 45 million ballots are likely to have cast fraudulently nationwide. 20% of polled voters that used mail-in voting in 2020 admit they participated in at least one form of election fraud. 18% said their spouse or another trusted family member gave them the permission to fill out and sign their mail-in ballot, allowing them to use their ballot to vote for a candidate of their choice. They would. 17% said they would fill out and sign a mail-in ballot on behalf of a coworker or friendly acquaintance, and 14% said they would do so on behalf of a close friend. 9% said they would alter a candidate selection made in a mail-in ballot belonging to a friend or family member without their knowledge. 10% said they would vote in 2 different states to help their candidate win. 10% would offer to pay another voter for their vote. 10% said they'd give another voter misleading information about the time and place of an election. Madam President, there is hardly a thing that we've done in the last 2 years. I can think of one thing, some misinformation, right? I think we can agree on that. But what we've done is we've opened up the category of mail-in voting and removed all the checks and integrities that would reduce and ensure that this election is fair, trustworthy, and believable. That poll was recent. 45 million people statewide or nationwide. Every one of us should take pause. Because I can tell you, I don't care Republican or Democrat, independent, whoever, all of the same rules should apply. We've gotten rid of every single element that brings integrity and control in something we can believe in. We should all take pause and absolutely look at that and find out, what are we going to do? We've removed literally every check and balance. You've removed independent ability to verify that only eligible people are on the statewide voter registration system. That's not who we are. And there's no good conclusion to going down this path. I think one party believes that it's great because it almost exclusively benefits them in every way, shape, or form. To get rid of dark money, nah, we're good with that. But boy, we'd like to track other people's dark money. We want to make sure that every single person in this state can vote. In fact, easing many of the most secure integrity issues that we have, except unless it's a school board or municipality where infrequent voting, even worse, we allow schools, not a part of this bill, to pick referendum or bond issue referendums on even more random days with even fewer people. It's not who we are. So every single thing that we've done, I think we literally, you read this poll, I think we should go back to the drawing board, literally in the entire elections process. If that's what a poll is, that everybody's willing to participate, we've got some serious problems. We haven't even talked about the external influence of the media, social media, and what it is, and undue influence that's providing and causing people to vote against all their own self-interest. They all fall well with outside of the FEC or campaign finance issues, and it's exclusively for single-party benefit. Almost exclusively, every single thing that we see today that people are bombarded with. Yet when one pops up and maybe it provides, I think the term would be now an unapproved opinion, they're shut down. They're deemed as misinformation. Somehow government is the source of real information. All of those things are impactful. You read that report. Again, I had an entire different plan to close with, Madam President, but this report should put us all back in the committees And not that deadlines matter right now, but we should get back and talk about what the heck are we going to do to fix that gap. We're in the middle of a vital election season, a presidential year. It's important for everyone. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. That report is a failure of this country to ensure elections are fair, safe, and trustworthy. And it sure as heck, I think, is a statement to the state of Minnesota and our election law, which has only made all of those things easier. Madam President, I will spare you with the 4 hours ahead plan. But for those reasons, we should all vote no. We should get together and actually do something in a bipartisan manner and actually talk about what will actually secure elections and ensure people that are eligible to vote can cast their ballot in an easy but verifiable manner. And with that, Madam President, I encourage a no vote for every member in this body. Thank you.